As the unemployment crisis grinds on and on, we can sometimes feel a bit helpless about how to fix it. But a new initiative is being launched to help job-creating non-profits raise money, raise awareness, and put Americans back to work. It's called the JobRaising Challenge, and to fill us in on it, we're joined by the major players who put it together. Sally Osberg is the president and CEO of the Skoll Foundation, which fosters social entrepreneurship. Here in the studio with me is Robert Wolfe, a co-founder of CrowdRise, Lynn Taliento, a partner at McKinsey & Company, and I know I should remember your name. It is on the tip of my tongue. Arianna Huffington, I think, the president and editor-in-chief, of course, of Huffington Post Media Group. Arianna, how did this whole thing come about?
It kind of all started in Oxford, England, when the Skoll Foundation was holding an amazing social entrepreneurship conference. And Sally and I and Jeff Skoll started talking about what can we all do in the private sector, in the foundation, not-for-profit sector, to encourage, to promote job creation instead of just sitting by the sidelines waiting for Washington to do something. And that was the beginning. Then we came together with other partners, LinkedIn, the Ford Foundation, the Rockefeller Foundation, McKinsey as a knowledge partner. And we are doing a lot of different things, but the job-raising challenge is one of the most significant, I think, because it involves many elements coming together to create jobs. My favorite thing that Sally says is, she quotes John Gardner, who said that what we have in front of us are some breathtaking opportunities disguised as insoluble problems.
Arianna, you put your finger on it, quoting John Gardner. That's really the motto we live by here at the Skoll Foundation. But we believe this job-raising opportunity will engage the engine that is the social sector in the United States. Most people really don't understand that 10% of our economy is really vested in jobs in the nonprofit sector. And in fact, even at the height of the recession, this sector was continuing to grow even as we were losing jobs in the private sector. So it really is critical to harness this sector as an economic imperative. But more importantly, we need the innovative spirit of these social entrepreneurs. We need their unique ability to address social problems, to solve those social problems. At the same time, they're creating powerful ventures, engines of the economy, and job opportunities.
Robert, just explain to us CrowdRise, of which you're the co-founder, and what the principle is and how you guys got involved.
Our idea is to make giving back fun. And we really think that if people are, I don't know, how we talk about it internally is if people are self-interested about their philanthropy, they'll do a better job when they're actually doing it, and they'll do it more often.
What was that motto that Arianna was telling me in the green room?
If you don't give back, people don't like you.
That's right.
So, harnessing self-interest for the greater good.
So I think part of the genius of this campaign is that the Skoll Foundation and Huffington Post are using their assets, right? Whether it's publicity or dollars, and not just giving it to the nonprofits who are in the space, but leveraging it to raise more money for charity. So even if you think about companies that are doing an amazing job with their philanthropy, they're typically doing a match, right? So they'll take $10,000 and try and turn it into 20. Well, here the idea is to take $250,000 in prizing and take that purse and have a contest amongst these nonprofits to see who can raise the most money. And the idea is that if they're going out to their own constituents and asking them to participate as both donors and fundraisers, that we can lever that money and turn it into, we don't really know what, but hopefully millions of dollars, so that these awesome nonprofits can go out and help create jobs.
What's most exciting about this prize and prizes in general is that we actually don't know what the answer is going to be. We don't know who's going to apply. We don't know what great ideas are out there. We think we know. We've had lots of conversations as a team saying, wow, I heard this organization's doing this. I heard this other organization is doing that. But
what
you know what?
What are your best guesses? Like, when you say doing this or doing that, what are those things that they would be
teaching
doing?
young girls to code. Getting young women attire that they need to do their first job interview, right? We've all got examples of interesting organizations that we've heard of, but let us be clear, we will be shocked at what comes in the door. And that's why we're doing a prize, right? That's the point. We don't know what's out there. And this is a wonderful mechanism to surface these amazing ideas. I think the other exciting thing is exactly what you were saying about the combination of assets here. HuffPo is bringing all of the attention in the media. CrowdRise is bringing this innovation that's going to allow the public to participate. company like McKinsey is bringing what we do best. We're not going to put money in. We're going to give knowledge. We're going to give our asset. Our best asset is our people and our thinking, right? And then, of course, Skoll, philanthropic risk capital, right there, right? That's what you need in a setup like this where everybody does what they're best at to kind of get these ideas to the surface.
Even if somebody donates $5, they're suddenly engaged in the whole task of job creation. How can the media help do their part to put a spotlight on what is working, not just on what is not working, which is why we've launched a dedicated section on the Huffington Post called Opportunity, What is Working? Because so often, obviously, we're going to do our part, trust me, in spotlighting all the dysfunctionalities and the corruption and the stupidities going on. But also putting the spotlight on the good things is very, very key.